I took my oil adapter out to put a new seal on, and I noticed the top of it was all oily. Then I noticed that these sensors up here were oily, and found out they're the CKP sensors. I've already taken the lock clip out of that bottom one. There's two of them, one on top of each other. That's the lock clip. Alright, and you can see I already disconnected this one right here. That's the bottom one, so I'm going to unscrew that 10mm bolt and that'll pull out. So I'm not going to replace these. They're not bad. I'm just going to see if I can find a new seal for them so they don't leak. But it's definitely leaking. You can see the oil on the inside of the connector there. I broke that bolt loose with this regular size ratchet, but I think it'd be better to use a stubby ratchet. But you do need the deep socket. Now I'm going to go up there and try to turn it back and forth and try to pull the sensor out. Okay, I got it out. Looks like it's collected some dirt on the end there, but that's the seal there that I'm going to have to find somewhere. The safety lock on that one is on top, whereas the one I just took off, you could see it because it was on the bottom. So the safety red clip's on the top. I'm going to take that off. And then the tab you push in is on the top of this, whereas it was on the bottom one. Okay, I just spent 20 minutes trying to get this off, and now I just figured out how it works. So it sits in like this, and there's a hook. Let's see here. This little part right there hooks in, and the way you get it unhooked is you put something pointing like this in there. And that pushes it down. But this is the way it sits on top. So once I pushed that hook in there and pushed it down, then I could pull this off. Phew. Okay, it was a little bit of a trick getting the second electrical connector off on the crankshaft position sensor, but what I did is I used this to turn and pry and push the sensor off a little bit, and then of course it's caught with a clip, so I needed something short, and I put this in to kind of pry that clip up, and as soon as I pried that clip up, this pressure that was on it pushed it out, then it came right off. Okay, so there's the second connector up there, and I'll go ahead and get the bolt out. Okay, wow, this one has definitely been the culprit. The bolt, first of all, was not in very tight at all. I got it loose with that. The book says 89 inch-pounds torque on those. And then this just slipped right out. You can see the seal is just not got any extra on it. So that's where all my leak was coming from, I think. I'll put new seals on both of them and put them back in. Okay, I got the new seal on these. And this last one I took off, the top one, I think it's called the B, CKP B, and the washer was just as brittle as ever. So this should help. I know it's not kosher, but I'm going to clean this surface right here off. I'm going to put a tiny little bit of black silicone there, just in case this seal isn't the exact seal I need. I got it at Napa. It looks like it'll be okay. It measures pretty close. But I did put some silicone grease on this seal, so it should seal. But I don't want to get back in there and do this again anytime soon. Okay, I've got my sensors ready to put in. They're going to be a tight fit. I put silicone grease even a little bit below the seal and above the seal. And then I put a very, very thin layer of this red RTV. I didn't want to use the black ultra because it's too aggressive, but put this one on, and this is sensor safe also. Alright, I've put the top one in. That's sensor B. It slipped right in. Actually slipped in a little too easy, so making me wonder if that seal is good enough. But I do have that red stuff on the outer side, so that should seal it if the seal doesn't. So this gets torqued down at 89 inch-pounds. Okay, I got that torqued down. I'll go ahead and put the connector on and get the other one in. Okay, I forgot to take note of exactly how this got threaded over the silver lining there, but it seems like it'll only fit one way. I've got the top sensor connector going up from the right over the top of the silver stuff, and then the bottom connector I've got in there, I've got to torque the bottom bolt before I put the connector on that, and it's coming down on the right side underneath the silver stuff. Okay, I've got that lower one torqued down, so I'll get that plugged in. Okay, I've got the connector in, the safety clip. The tool I used is a Harbor Freight 1/4 inch torque bar, and the socket is a 360 degree swivel 1/4 inch. Thanks for watching. A special thanks to all my subscribers, and I'll see y'all soon.